Plato, the philosopher of ideas. In the golden age of ancient Athens, a man named Plato would rise to become one of the most significant philosophers in history. Born in Athens or Aegina, between 428 and 423 BCE into a noble and influential family, Plato's journey of intellectual exploration would lay the foundations for Western philosophy and leave his mark on the world of ideas. Plato, whose birth name was Aristocles, belonged to the aristocracy of Athens. His family boasted ties to ancient Greek statesmen, including the great lawmaker Solon. As a young man, Plato received a rigorous education in mathematics, music, poetry and physical training, as was customary for aristocrats in Athens. Plato's life took a profound turn when he encountered the enigmatic philosopher Socrates. Drawn to Socrates' philosophical inquiries and his pursuit of truth, Plato became his devoted student. The teachings of Socrates left an indelible impact on the young Plato, igniting his passion for philosophy and kindling his desire to seek knowledge and understanding. In 399 BCE, tragedy struck when Socrates was unjustly condemned to death by the Athenian state on charges of impiety and corrupting the youth. This event deeply affected Plato, leaving him disillusioned with Athenian democracy and its treatment of philosophers. In the wake of Socrates' death, Plato embarked on a journey of introspection and philosophical contemplation. He sought to honor his beloved teacher's legacy by preserving and continuing his intellectual legacy. In approximately 387 BCE, Plato founded the Academy, a school of higher learning located outside the city walls of Athens. The Academy was a center of intellectual inquiry, scientific research and philosophical debate. It was the first institution of its kind in the Western world and played a pivotal role in the development of Western philosophy. At the Academy, Plato taught his students through dialogue, engaging in Socratic questioning and encouraging critical thinking. The Academy attracted scholars and thinkers from all over the Mediterranean, making it a prominent hub of knowledge and scholarship. One of Plato's most influential contributions to philosophy is his theory of forms, also known as the theory of ideas. According to Plato, the physical world we perceive through our senses is an imperfect reflection of a higher reality of abstract forms. These forms are eternal, unchanging and exist in a non-material realm beyond the physical. For example, when we encounter various instances of beauty in the world, it is because they participate in the eternal form of beauty. The physical manifestations may differ, but they share a common essence with the ideal form. In his famous work The Republic, Plato presents the allegory of the cave, a powerful metaphorical story. In the allegory, prisoners are confined in a cave from birth and can only see shadows cast on the wall by a fire. They mistake the shadows for reality, unaware of the outside world. The allegory symbolizes the human condition and the quest for knowledge. According to Plato, true understanding can only be achieved by breaking free from the confines of ignorance and pursuing knowledge of the eternal forms. In The Republic, Plato outlines his vision of an ideal state governed by philosopher kings. According to him, society should be divided into three classes: the rulers, philosopher kings, the warriors, and the producers. Plato's concept of the ideal state emphasized justice, harmony, and the welfare of the entire community. His ideas on government and political philosophy would profoundly influence subsequent political thinkers and theories. Despite living in a democratic society, Plato was critical of democracy, as he witnessed how it condemned his beloved teacher Socrates to death. He believed that democracy could be easily swayed by demagogues, leading to mob rule and a decline in societal values. Plato argued that only a society governed by philosopher kings, who possess wisdom, knowledge, and a deep understanding of justice, could lead to true justice and the well-being of the state. Plato's philosophical ideas were primarily conveyed through his writings in the form of dialogues. These dialogues typically feature Socrates as the main character, engaging in discussions with other individuals on various philosophical topics. The dialogues not only explore metaphysical and ethical questions but also reveal the Socratic method of inquiry and critical thinking. Through these conversations, Plato sought to stimulate intellectual exploration and encourage readers to question their assumptions and beliefs. Plato passed away around 348 or 347 BCE, leaving behind a profound legacy. His ideas and theories continued to be studied and debated in the centuries that followed, influencing countless philosophers, scholars, and thinkers. Plato's Academy endured for nearly a millennium until its closure in 529 CE by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I, who sought to suppress pagan teachings. Nevertheless, Plato's works had already spread throughout the Western world and his influence persisted. Plato's profound impact on philosophy and Western thought cannot be overstated. Through his philosophical explorations and dialogues, he laid the groundwork for understanding reality, knowledge, ethics, and the nature of the human soul. His insights on the pursuit of truth and justice, as well as his critique of democracy, remain relevant and continue to stimulate intellectual discussions to this day. Plato's legacy endures through his enduring ideas and the enduring influence of his academy, shaping the trajectory of human thought and inspiring generations of thinkers in the pursuit of wisdom and understanding.